You guys enter out into the foyer. Princess Nare and Prince Na and the Aarakocra, including trying to figure out what Steve's doing.
He's holding a curtain rod, trying
I'm
to get
being your antenna,
signal.
man.
Oh, I gotcha. Sorry,
You told me to.
Squirrel. Yes, that was perfect. That's exactly what we needed.
Thanks.
So you see, they stand there. You guys are growing out into the hallway. Tiger Lily follows. You're able to. It's relatively quiet. There's not a lot. You see the lamplight and the fire kind of lighting the kind of more starlit area outside. What do you want to speak of?
So I'm just gonna say. So obviously, we all kind of agree that the princess is kind of an odd character. Is that a good assumption?
What did we find out? Sorry, I had to leave for the kids. She's
So
a good person, bad person.
You didn't
so
miss anything.
she's a noble, so as good as a noble can be, I suppose.
I can't.
Basically, she wants to reclaim her
And get back
kingdom,
in.
which was overrun by Yuan-ti and undead. And if we get her this chalice, we can use the archives in Omu, the city that she fled from, to try and find a location for the of the soulmonger, basically, the tomb.
Okay.
So as much as she's an odd character, I still think that this is a good lead that we should take, and it seems like we'll be helping somebody, so I'm okay with it. Does anybody have any objections to helping?
So in helping her, will we get our objective complete?
We'll get closer to our
able
goal
to
at least, hopefully.
help Rowan not die.
We don't
Yeah.
have any better lead.
So this is our
Right.
best lead right now.
Correct.
Yeah, isn't this what Sindra sent us here to find is information? So she
Yeah,
must
and
be
the information is in the archives in Omu. So if we're going there to get the chalice, we can stop by the archives, pick up the information that we need, and both of us win.
It feels very serendipitous, that's for sure.
Well, Gond moves in mysterious ways.
So I'm gonna turn to
So does
Venfina
the
and
wind.
say, are you getting any bad vibes from any of these people here? Because young royalty can be influenced by bad elders. So I just
don't
want to make sure
feel
everybody's
that there's
good.
any malicious intent from the young royals. I haven't gotten any readings really on the other folks in the group though. But from the royals, I don't think they're being deceived, what have you.
Okay.
Did whatever her name is, Nah, did she say how old she was when
Prince Na or Princess Nare.
Princess? What is her
Monare.
shortness?
Nare is the short one.
No. What is short for her name?
Nare. Yes.
Anyway, did she say how old she was? Did anyone catch how old she was when?
I think Preston said that she was like 17.
I can tell
she's
you
in her
which
late
fruit
teens.
was the best.
Oh, not
They're both
currently,
humans.
but I mean when.
Landon never change.
Whenever her parents died and all of the chaos happened, how old was she when that happened?
Preston didn't tell us that.
Yeah, I don't believe she said how long ago that was.
As she was speaking, you get the sense that these are the ideas and stories that have been passed down over generations, and that she is the last surviving members that are still living here. You don't get the sense that she was brought, that like she wasn't actively there when they were all kicked out and forced out of this place, but that these stories and these legends and these things were handed down firsthand, person to person.
So what happened to her parents then? It wasn't actually a crime against her parents. It was
a crime against her family,
generations.
and she specifically, her family is our direct descendants from the.
But do we know
king.
what happened to her parents?
She doesn't say specifically, no.
Oh.
She mentions that that they had passed and they had gone the way,
Okay.
and that they were in Uptow's hands at this point, and
So, what's the risk here of helping her? Do you guys sense, do we feel like there might be?
Beyond the usual risk of life and limb that we always undertake when we go
I
to a
mean,
dangerous location.
don't we kind of need to go there anyways? We don't have anything else.
I don't think it's out of the way.
Yeah, it sounds like we can only get to this location if we have Aarakocra help.
Uh-huh.
So, do we have an
or at least
option?
easily, as far as I see. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have any other option.
We don't have any other leads.
I think this is the quickest route. I think we could do this without helping her, but it doesn't seem like the smartest choice. It seems like we need to get assistance so we can expedite our quest.
I mean, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't help her anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
she's not being mistrusting, she's not being deceitful as far as we can tell. And I don't okay, granted, I'm a farm boy. I don't know much about royalty or the ways of nobles or anything, but it
You
kind of
apparently
seems
know
like
how to dress.
Oh, this yeah, well, mama raised me with good taste. She just didn't raise me with knowledge about royalty. But I think that there's no reason not to trust her.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Okay. So let's head back in and tell them
Make-
that we accept and eat dinner.
Make a. What's everyone's passive perception? I already know Venfina has passed the
Was
check.
I not supposed to be eating
12.
already?
12. Okay. What's
I
everyone
wasn't
else's?
disrespectful, was I?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, y'all were fine.
Where do I
Okay.
find my passive?
This isn't really a royal
It'll
court.
be
It's-
underneath
Y'all
your.
were fine.
Let's
Alright,
see.
good.
I'm trying to think about where it's on here.
I was really
Okay.
hungry, guys.
Oh, I found it. 15.
15. Okay.
Nice.
So Venfina picks up on this first, but the rest of you, it is dark. You hear the distant kind of a distant waterfall, and you hear kind of the nightly kind of murmurings that the jungle provides, the different kind of creaking, all that different stuff. But this time at a much more distance. You're being up on the cliffside. You hear a. You what?
Steve's like, I thought we were going to go straight into battle, and I said, we're about to get jumped. Just watch.
And you hear a.
It's a friend.
And you see an Aarakocra come sprawling into the room.
Told you to keep your arm on.
And this Aarakocra is very brutal or beat up. You see many of its wings, its feathers and things have been crumpled, and it's bleeding. And you hear it kind of gasping and kind of crying out.
So, where
I'm
did he
gonna run to
land?
it.
In front of who?
You what?
Who did he land in front of?
At this point, he came just kind of into the room, and you just see kind of a smear of blood as he slides.
Okay, so
Oh,
rush
boy.
over. Do some lay on hands
Yep.
for sure.
Okay, so you guys go ahead. Roland and Venfina go up, and he looks kind of confused. He doesn't know who you are, and you're able to kind of stabilize him.
Does he seem diseased or does he just seem injured?
No, he seems just injured. He looks like he got beat to crap.
Okay.
I'm going to have Tiger Lily go up to the edge and see if she can see anything in the dark.
Yeah, I went up to the
Okay.
edge as well to see what can be seen.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep,
So
I'll
Tiger
go ahead.
and
I'll go ahead
Landon-
and pour
Clandon?
5 if you want to pour 5 in Fina.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll say that'll bring it up. Okay. So Clandon, Aurora, and Tiger Lily, as you kind of creep out to the edge, you staying carefully close to the edge of the thing. You're looking out, and you don't see anything immediately. But as your eyes adjust, as you step away from the torch that's sitting in that kind of entryway, your eyes begin to adjust, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. You see 9 large silhouettes flapping, coming your direction. They do not seem to be the same structure as an Aarakocra, but I need everyone to make a roll for initiative, please. This is what you're seeing flying toward you in the distance.
Oh.
So
guys,
I'm gonna yell, "Brace yourselves!"
Okay. Perfect.
What? Why? And then
Giant
yeah.
man-eating monster.
Bum, 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 bum.
Monster!
That's about right.
Troll in the dungeon! The
Guess who's
Aarakocra
not wearing their armor.
I didn't think of that, but that's funny.
I don't even know which one is which. Oh, there it is.
I don't
So,
even have my shield. Holy crap, my AC sucks.
Ugh.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just need to stay behind you.
but
7, 8, and 9. Not all of them are flying directly towards you. You see that there's 1 or 2 of them. One specifically that seems to be in pursuit of that last Aarakocra.
The one right in front of me, Landon.
The one right in front of you, yes. He is chasing after this, and he slows his approach. I don't have a lot of room to put him in there, or those other guys in there where you guys can see him. I apologize. I'm going to go through and roll initiative for everybody.
I will have a reaction
oh my goodness.
for any
Oh
use
my
of
goodness.
violence.
I thought you said 6.
9.
He said 9.
Oh, if you turn it upside down, you know.
It's pretty much the same thing, right? Okay, we got everybody in there. We got Clandon, Aurora, Roland, Tiger Lily, Venfina, and you hear.
What about Musharib?
I was just rolling for him, actually.
Is
There
he
he is.
right for
I have
real?
a reaction.
You better not fight.
He's gonna get himself killed.
Yeah. This is
Musharib, go
that's a
protect the
lot of
food.
gargoyles.
Yes, that is a lot of
That is
gargoyles.
a damn lot of. I'm trying to remember what classification are gargoyles. specifically?
Gargoyles,
Statues.
specifically.
Are they constructs?
Statues. They are chaotic evil medium elementals.
Elementals. Okay.
Yes, they're considered elementals.
Does that mean something to me?
It just-
Unless that is your preferred person to
Your
kill.
favorite enemy.
No. Okay. So we got everybody in there. We'll go ahead and start descending. One of the first gargoyles, there's obviously the one that's right up here with Clandon and Aurora. And he stops and kind of flaps his wings and kind of looks and surveys both of you. And you hear this, like, almost like 2 pieces of stone just grinding against each other as it... And it looks at the 2 of you. And from the other side, Clandon, this gargoyle flies up to you. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I love how everything goes after Clandon. It just makes my day.
I know, he's like, oh, he's right there in the front.
These aren't.
He
And it
comes
was-
off in
it's
aroma.
this one right here. No, they're elemental. It's this one right here for context. He's flying up from the side while you guys are distracted with him.
Hey,
15. You are able to, plus the 21. Yes, you're able to kind of dodge out of the way as this gargoyle
nope.
comes smashing in, flying. He looks like he was trying to dive bomb you and pull you off of the parapet that you're standing on. So you're able to roll back here a little bit.
So wait, did he
What?
damage him at all?
No. He was swiped. He basically dove and swiped at him and missed. And he kind of collides with the other one, and the 2 of them kind of intermingle for a second. Both of them kind of coming to a rest on this wood platform. Aurora, you feel as their weight of these stone golems, or these stone gargoyles, begin to stand on this wood. You feel the wood start to creak and bend downwards out towards the front, but it does hold. Aurora, it is your turn.
Really quickly, where's Venfina? I don't see her on the map.
She should be right by that guy.
That guy.
Yeah, she should be with me over by the guy.
Where is my hairbrush? Maybe I deleted you accidentally.
You should have given Musharib that wand.
Yeah,
How
there.
far away am I from the gargoyles? Like, am I like 5 feet away? Am I
He is right
like
next to you.
right
Yes,
next
5
to
feet.
them?
5 feet.
He's attacking
All
big
right.
Yeah, each of these
friends.
squares where you're currently at is considered 5 feet. Okay, short sword. Attack it hits for piercing damage. Got it. 4. Okay. Short sword 11 misses. So the first one, you're as you swing, you find kind of a soft spot in one of his joints, and you feel you hear the scraping of your metal against his stone body. The second one, as you try and take another slash, this time it's across one of the harder parts of his chest, and you hear him just.
Okay.
Okay. Any other actions? Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. This gargoyle over here, he's going to be flying up, and you see him smash into the side of the building. He's up on the upper level. I'll just leave him there, though. Whoops. I'm going to go put him up here because he is on the upper level. You can't
Can
see
you give
him
us
right now,
vision
but
to the upper level?
Let me see if I can. Him over.
Because I mean, presumably we should be able to see the area, right?
Straight up, yes, because he's outside. I'll do that right now and see if that works better. You guys see now? Well, you can't see inside the building, but the outside of the upper level.
Okay, yeah, I can see ish.
So
yeah.
this gargoyle right here, can you see him up?
I can see like slivers of gargoyles. Odd.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, yeah, so he lands on
yeah.
top of the building.
He's basically up there, and you see like pieces of the wooden roofing being kind of removed and thrown and cast out, and you see him just kind of tearing into the building. Another gargoyle.
I found Vinfina, by the way. She's over on the right. Over on the far right side. Yeah.
So another gargoyle. Can you guys see my ping? I don't know if you can see them on the map, but on the side of the building, you see him disappear around the corner. This particular one, there's yeah, you're right. She's out in the middle of nowhere. Can you remind me, Becca, after this to create? Oh, he's Vorn. I'm gonna make it so you don't. Vorn's not actually here. Just as a preface. I'm going to make it so everyone can see his thing on the map, so that way it's easier to explain what's going on. 360, fans fog of war, 120. All players see light. Save. Can you guys see the shield guardian over here?
No.
Far right. In the middle of the map, nothing?
Nope.
Basic. Cancel. Advanced.
Like in the middle of the gray?
So over here, yeah. Born. Edit. Can be edited by all players. Why is it not showing up for everybody?
He's not really here.
I'm just gonna dump Fog of War. I'm just gonna dump it for now. We'll make it easier to show what's going on. The real areas. Come on. Oh, that's not what we want. I can't scroll. Why isn't it scrolling? Here. Here's the ball. Well, not wanting to click it. I want to go to it and hit settings. We will kill the Fog of War. Enabled dynamic lighting. I'll eliminate this. Okay, can you guys see better now?
Now it's all
It got
black.
darker.
Now it's all black. Yep.
No!
Everything but
Let's
like
get rid of
where
that.
we are is black.
How about now?
Now
Nope.
it's black with people.
I see rolling.
Yeah, I was trying to move into the next room to see if it would highlight it for me, but it's still black when I move into that room.
Yeah.
Have this fog of war
How
turned
would-
off.
It
Grid
seemed like
enabled,
it was
color nothing.
already up or partially up.
Advanced fog of war. All tokens reveal. Okay, any better?
There we go.
That better? Can
There
you
we
see
go.
everything?
Yep,
see
I can see the
everything.
buildings.
Okay.
I can see
So,
clearly.
this
now
gargoyle is
the
over here
fog is-
on
Right here.
this side of the building. And then on the top view, he's right there, and you see him just just bashing into this door, and he's trying to. You get the sense that on the other side that they're making a effort to keep them out, but that is where he is. What he is doing. This other
so-
gargoyle.
As a free action, when I hear that, can I do something? Just as a free action, I just turn to Vemphian and I say, "Protect the princess."
Oh, okay.
So this gargoyle, he's gonna come. He kind of smashes into the side of the building. He's trying to get his head into the window. Nothing there. He goes to this one. Now the gargoyle right in front of Aurora. This one is going to make a multi-attack. It's going to try and swing at you. One with its
Gonna
bite and
miss
one
it.
with its claws. And this ignore. It's not with advantage, so just take the one on the left. First roll is a 19 with its bite.
If
Second roll is
there's
an
an
8.
attack, then I'm gonna do my reaction.
Okay.
Rebuke the violence.
Which makes it at disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay, so
He
it
has to succeed on a wisdom saving.
wisdom save. Okay, I'll have him roll a
On a
wisdom save.
fail, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it dealt.
It rolled a 13. What is the
Ouch. I
DC?
look.
what's
It's
your
a
12? Okay, it just makes its wisdom saving throw.
Beast.
Radiant damage, so it doesn't take radiant damage.
19 does hit.
So the 19
Eight
hits,
does
that's
not.
6 piercing damage. And that's with its bite, so it kind of bites into you, and at this point it tries to just basically rake its claws off down across your neck, and just it's trying to eviscerate you, but it only is able to get 6 points of damage. Landon, it is your turn. You kind of tumbled out of the way of this gargoyle coming careening at you.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this one right in front of me.
One sec.
Fuzzy!
Don't die.
That's talent to choke on your own spit.
I'll unmute so I can talk to you guys still. Because he muted his mic. I think he was drinking. I don't know what he was doing. Trying to die, that's all.
Do you know CPR?
I don't think he did mute his mic.
Oh yeah? He clicked on something. I unmuted myself on my...
It still kind of it sounds kind of like I'm hearing from both though.
echoey.
Mm-hmm. But it's all good. Just sounds like more powerful.
Rawr!
That
Oh,
was good.
basically. Oh man. So,
All right,
So yeah, I cast Hunter's Mark. It's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
I don't think they saw it coming. So I was looking, dude, I have to use like ruby dust each time I use that, and it's like worth 50 gold pieces. So it's like spending 50 gold pieces every time I cast.
No. It
No?
shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that bad. Let me look here.
Says components are ruby dust worth 50 GP.
So if it doesn't say that the spell consumes it,
Oh.
then it just means that you just need to have the ruby dust on you.
I just
All
assumed
times.
that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it only says because there are spells that say like it requires a gem worth at least 1,000 gold that it consumes. So,
Got it. So I just keep this little pouch on me.
Hey, you're still alive.
You okay, man?
Yeah, sorry. Yep.
Yeah,
we're
so
good.
you just basically have a little pouch of the dust on you that you channel through.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
We
Don't
haven't
die,
been
Preston.
Yep.
doing the component stuff as much. Like you can buy component pouches of everything.
So the component pouch is basically for everything that doesn't have a listed gold cost with it. Basically, there's certain materials like a fireball, for example, requires bat guano, usually in D&D as a component for it. But it doesn't have a cost associated with it, which means that you can just buy it in a component pouch or use a spell focus to kind of replace it if you have a spell focus specifically.
So in this case, since it does have a gold cost, I should have had to found
Yes.
this.
So if it does have a gold cost, you do need to specifically buy that regent for it. Like, for example, the identify spell, I couldn't use it until I had a pearl worth 100 gold.
So
So
should I stop using it?
that's up to Preston. I mean, you've been using Hunter's Mark this entire time. So it's up
Right.
to him if he wants to say that you spend 50 gold or you had spent 50 gold.
Go
at
ahead
one
and just
point.
mark off the 50 gold, and I believe you would have gotten something like that
Okay.
during the purchase periods. Sorry,
Got it.
guys.
And it sounds like Moose had a
Apparently, no, seriously. Apparently, breathing is a hard thing to do.
Apparently breathing. That is the name of my autobiography.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So, Clan, what were you doing?
Hunter's Mark on this one in front of me. And then I'm attacking with my sword. Long sword.
Preston,
one
do
in
you
front
feel
of you
like
by
have
Aurora?
something stuck in your throat.
Ah, man.
No, it was a subtle burp that creeped up on me that I think has jalapeno juice in it that made its way into my lung.
Ow.
So my lunch is trying to kill me. So in other words, is what I'm saying.
Milk really helps to do that, as well as sugar. If you
Okay.
get some sugar, and that will neutralize the heat.
Don't forget to roll your
Keep
Hunter's
them.
Mark damage too, Clandon.
Yeah, it burns. Yes, it hits. 13 damage. And that was the one next to
17
Aurora?
total damage.
Or was that the one in front of you? I'm sorry.
Right in front of me. Man, it's doing a number on you.
Seriously. It burns like crazy.
Now that's heartburn.
Seriously. That was like no warning whatsoever. It was just like, hey, I'm here. Let me burn your lungs.
Do you have
It
a
took me,
Pepto-Bismol?
like,
That's what happens when a
I
dragon
don't remember if I
goes to
have it.
spit fire and
We should have some
seriously,
in
that's
the-
Brahm had one too many chili peppers to do his
Chili
dragon's
peppers.
breath and it came back to harm him.
Honey, we should have some in the bathroom.
You what, babe?
We should have some in the
Bathroom? Okay.
Yeah, go take a swig of that. That should help. It
okay,
tastes
give me just a
nasty,
second.
but it should help.
Right back.
Good grief.
yeah. It's always interesting on D&D night.
It's always something.
See, the bed
know.
doesn't look bad when I do this. Like,
No.
you
Not
can't
bad.
see the
Are
half
you
of the
guys
bed
sitting
that's
in the
not
same
made.
room? Just in different
Yeah.
spots?
Yeah.
Oh, he's sitting on the other side.
Yeah, our desks are right next to each other.
Reach out and touch faith.
Man, we are on it with music tonight, man.
I'm pretty good at that. I have a friend that is like everything is a music reference to him, and I pick up the bad habits from my friends.
Steve and Sarah, I've decided I can't hang out with you guys anymore. All the weird, like, medical stuff happens when you're around.
Mushrooms are not my fault. That's how it's
Yeah.
Shortcut to mushrooms.
That is all Preston's fault.
I am a screwed up
body
individual.
is-
I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so the attack. 13 damage plus 4. 5, 6, 7, 17 damage.
And
Alright.
it's from a magic weapon, in case that matters, Preston.
It does.
Yeah.
So, yes.
As a fellow GM, I know that metagamingly.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yes, so it does. It does. You notice that as you're slicing through it, it does make a difference as you're cutting through it. It seems to be you get more purchase than you would have expected after seeing Aurora having slashed with her longsword. Okay, and your second attack.
That was the
I
second
did.
attack.
That was my second.
That was your second?
First one missed.
11, yes, your first one did miss. You're correct. And then at this point, you guys hear kind of a battle cry as you see Musharib. It jumps off of the awning above you, and he's going to make a dex save.
And falls flat on his face.
Seriously, he's probably going to. He's probably going to inhale his own spit and die.
Who would ever do a stupid thing like that?
Seriously.
Or burp.
Seriously. Alright. Character sheet. Dex. So he rolls a 12. He lands. It's not the most graceful landing, but he's able to land. And at this point, you see something you haven't seen him carry before. At this point, he pulls out from under his robes this large club that essentially is a maul with a large kind of metallic skull at the end of it. And at this point, he's going to run with all his movement, which is going to be 20 feet and 20. So he's going to get right up. Whoops. I grabbed Roland somehow. And he throws Roland off the edge. Ha 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 ha. He just runs up. And he's going to swing with this maul. It's a 22. It hits. And
Get him, Musharib.
as he comes down, excuse me, as he comes down, the attack hits with this 13 bludgeoning damage.
Whoa, nice.
So you see as he's swinging, as it hits and it cracks again, there's that reverberation, and you feel this kind of like small tremor happen as this gargoyle is just smashed, and you see a big chunk of its shoulder just come chipping off. And that is the end of his turn. The gargoyle is still standing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Next is gargoyle on the edge. He's going to go over and he's going to assist. He's basically kind of hovering on this side of the building, trying to also find his way in forcibly. And the last one is going to come to the other side, and he's going to try and take a bite at Tiger Lily.
Don't do it. She's gonna get you.
See, gargoyle. That's going to be a bite and claw. First roll for bite is an 11. Does 11 hit?
Is that her armor class that I'm looking at?
Yes,
Yes.
her
It
AC.
hits
You
her.
want to look at her AC?
She has
Yeah.
like 12.
Okay, so the first one he bites and she's able to duck out of the way, but then he comes down with a claw because it's a 20 for this one, and it does 8 slashing damage to Tiger Lily. And you hear her kind of roar out in agitation. Now it is Roland's turn. I moved past you, but it is Roland's turn.
So I am going to. Okay. So first of all, where is my armor and my shield? Is it in another room then?
It's over here in this room on the corner.
Okay, too far away.
Somebody had to take off all his stuff.
5,
Hey.
10, 15, 20. It's about 20
You want
20 or
healing or
30
not?
feet from you. It's about 20 or 30 feet from you.
Yeah, no, that's no time for that. So what I'm going to do instead is, first of all, I'm going to grab the holy symbol of Gaunt, and I'm going to clasp my fist together and shout mirth. And Vamphina, Clandon, Aurora, and Musharib are all blessed.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
They feel very blessed. You feel
So
feel blessed.
you get an extra D4 whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw. So congratulations there.
Blessed.
And then as my
blessed.
bonus action, can I cast a spell as my bonus action as well as my action, as long as they're not
If-
attacks?
If it's a so the way it works is if you cast a spell, the other one has to be like a cantrip level spell.
Oh,
for the
okay, so I
second
can't cast another spell. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if it's if it's a bonus action, that's I don't know. I think from what I understand is that it has to be a cantrip level because it takes a lot of mental concentration to cast spells.
Okay. And each of these are 5 squares, right?
Yes, this is 5
Okay.
feet.
Well, in that case, I will take my movement to go run to the room and kind of kick the door open, and then my bonus action to pick up my shield at least, because I can't get my armor on, but I can get my shield on.
Yep, that'll totally work. You open the door. As you kick it open, you see in the portcullis on the edge a gargoyle kind of reaching in and scraping on the inside of the window.
After I grab the shield, I slowly close the door again.
And he gets more frantic, like.
Then if I have any movement left, I'm like stepping backwards into the room, shield in front of me, like, hey
You're able to get about
guys,
right here.
we may have more company coming. I mean, we do have more company coming into this building specifically, though. But that's my turn.
Okay. Cool. So you do have your shield now. So go ahead and add your shield to your AC.
Which makes my AC 11.
Oh gosh.
This is why you don't run into a fight naked, y'all.
Better than 9.
This last gargoyle, he's also going to hit up here. He's going to use his movement essentially to move this direction, but up. And he's going to be scraping at this window at another one of the people inside. So he's just clamoring, trying to make his way into the building. Tiger Lily, it is her turn.
Okay. She's gonna attack the guy that attacked her.
Okay, perfect. It's this guy, got it. Go for and roll for attack.
Did that Pepto help at all?
I couldn't find it in the short term, but I grabbed some milk, and the milk is helping.
Does the burning feel good?
Baby, burn. I haven't breathed this into my lungs yet, so my lungs still burn a little, but we'll get there. I'm sure I'll probably breathe some of it here in a minute. Knowing my luck with these things. So she is able to attack. It's 3 slashing damage. Okay. 3, and it is. You see, as she claws across what she's normally used to, kind of like raking across her enemies and leaving their entrails on the floor, being the strongest member of the party. Tiger Lily finds that her nails are kind of aren't able to penetrate as much as she would have expected with this. So he takes half damage.
Him on the ground.
It's rounded down, right? So if it's half damage, it's 3 damage.
Yeah.
She ain't a part of your system.
Yeah.
So it did not do as much
Happy
damage as she
birthday
would
to
have
the
thought.
ground.
And she snarls. Happy birthday. She snarls in anger, that knowing that that her prey has eluded her. Gargoyle, last gargoyle, the slowest gargoyle. You see him kind of huffing and puffing. He's like, "Hey guys, wait for me!" And so he comes flying up, and he's gonna go and try and get through the portcullis up here too on the second story. So you hear more scraping and just people, or not really people, bird people, kind of screeching. Gargoyle, this first one is going to look at Clandon, and he's going to make it a bolt attack. First one a bite, second one a claw. First attack is a 19, second one's a 12. I assume the 19 hits?
Yes.
8 piercing damage, that's his bite. So same thing as Aurora. You feel it bite in as he kind of nips in at you. He is able to kind of get a purchase on your shoulder and kind of sinks his teeth in, starts trying to rake his claws down your chest. Nothing happened. I got next. Aurora, it is your turn.
How flimsy are these boards?
With each gargoyle and each person that starts standing on it, you get the sense that they are very thick wood planks, but they are also very old. So
Very perceptive.
the weight of the gargoyles on the edge of this building. The building seems to be fine, but this parapet, this what would you call that? This awning that you're standing on, you feel it beginning to bow with the pressure of just all the sheer weight that's standing on this these old boards. It's like a really old rope bridge.
How? They're a lot stronger than me, so I don't think I'd be able to kick it over the edge. But
Plus, they can fly.
I believe
They
I
might
can
fall
fly.
a few feet before the catch themselves.
Yeah, but they're not going to take any fall damage or anything from it. They'll just come back up the next turn. It's a cool plan. Don't know if it's the right one.
You do you, Aurora.
Yeah, you do you.
You got this.
Maybe take a step back to get in line with everybody else, though. We kind of can make a good line.
yeah, but I
Okay.
can't take a step back without them giving
No, you won't leave their threatened
bit of
area.
advantage.
What?
You won't be leaving their threatened area, so you won't provoke any opportunity attacks or anything from them.
Is that
If
true,
you just
Preston?
take one
Correct.
step back, yeah.
Oh, so you can take
as
one
long as
step
you're not
back.
reaching. Yeah.
So it's when you go too far back.
It's
When
when you
you-
step
yeah.
out of the range, then yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it happens.
All right, so then I'm gonna, I guess, try with my sword again because I can't
Okay.
use my bow.
Do you like my sword, my diamond sword?
Go ahead and make your attack. 11 does not hit.
Don't forget to add your D4 with your attack.
Plus the default, yes.
Come on, 4. 3's pretty good.
14.
Right. That's 14, and a 14 hits. Wait, hold on. That's the wrong. That's Mushrib. Where did my gargoyle go? Gargoyle!
And I was about to
In
fist
case you're
bump.
wondering, that's his AC for Mushrib. That's 13.
13. Got it.
15 natural armor.
Like
for
I
gargoyles.
had this built up energy with the fist pump, and then you just like squashed it.
I know, right? So as you're coming in, you see as you're Aurora, you saw last time as you're slashing, you knew that there was that kind of chink in his armor, but this time the gargoyle kind of recoils and pulls away, and you're not able to get purchase in that same dig. And so the second slash, these gargoyles, they are very hardy, sturdy creatures.
Does anybody know what can kill a gargoyle?
Acid.
I can look up, or I can try and do history on my turn to see if I can remember anything.
If Aurora, if you want to, you could also do a nature check if you want to see if you remember anything
what?
about a nature
Nature.
check.
Oh, a nature check?
Just see if you, as a ranger, remember anything. I mean, it won't give you like exact numbers or anything, but it'll at least give you a sense. I believe I can breathe.
I swear I'm going blind.
There it is. Right now,
Nope.
you're just you're so frustrated that your sword, you keep just hack. Nothing's working. But what you do know is that you have a really cool bow.
Really,
That's all you know.
That
But
green
your
thing
sword,
over there.
even in your frustration, you know that that your sword does not seem to be as effective, and you get the sense that it's that they're just very they might be resistant to said slashing.
I don't know if we can kill these things.
All right,
Have
gargoyle
faith.
at the top. Gargoyle at the top gets into the top part of the building and engages with this Aarakocra.
Oh boy.
Those two are gonna dukes it out.
We don't. All we can do
Look,
is hear scuffling, right?
Yeah, you hear scuffling above
They're
you.
above us.
jeez,
It does 10
Roland, I think
damage to
they're above
him.
us.
that sounds about
Okay.
right.
Aarakocra, since he's in that space. Oh, if I can spell. Come on, come on, come on.
I can only do so much though. So wait, when did Vanfina go?
I haven't.
We were back up to the top of the round.
She's not in the roll.
You're not even
Mine
in the
was
turn
a
order.
10. I think when my character got deleted,
Yeah, I saw her roll a 10.
I rolled a
So
10.
She should have gone like before or after me.
Add. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, shit, when did I was scrolling through the chat. I'm
I
like,
was just waiting.
when is she gonna use that new fancy rock?
Never.
Gotta break it in right, okay? All right,
Doesn't it have like a
let's go
button
ahead.
for
I'll let you
killing gargoyle?
insta kill everything in the room.
Hopefully.
Go ahead, Venfina. Go ahead and take your turn, and then you'll take another turn this round. Sorry, I didn't realize you were in the turn order.
Okay, I didn't either. Thanks, buddy.
Surprise!
I saw her do the
come on,
rebuke
thanks.
of violence, and I'm like, oh, that must have been her turn.
That's true. That was just a reaction anytime. Okay.
This is I'm gonna finish that Aarakocra so I don't forget. He's just gonna go at the same time as him, and he does 8 piercing damage.
So the Aarakocra that we healed is okay.
Stabilized. Yeah, he's much better than when he came in. He isn't actively bleeding out.
When I did my history check, did I know much about? Are they like fighting people, or are they pretty much screwed?
You get the sense that they are capable fighters when they need to be, but
I mean,
just like any
giant
race, if they're taken by surprise, it's
spear.
a little more difficult. But they're not a martial race, but they are able to defend themselves. Yes.
Okay, cool. So
They're monks. They can punch him to death. Come on.
Punchy monks.
I'm gonna go over to the
Quarterstaffs.
princess.
Okay. You go into the room. You see Princess Nare and Na and Prince Na. They have at this point moved to the other side of the room, kind of into this back corner, and you see this door is flexing and bowing, and the 2 Aarakocra are trying to bar it.
Who's that one that I just highlighted? Who's that?
That's Ajara.
That's Ashara.
Oh, okay.
Is
Yeah,
it pronounced
especially old
Ishara?
I think it's just Ashara.
Are there any
Okay.
windows, or just that one entry that the gargoyles are coming through?
That is the one entry. There's a door there that they are trying to bludgeon their way through.
And there's no way for people to get through there.
No.
Okay, they're in a safe place. Okay, so no,
Okay.
I'm gonna use. I guess I'll try out my rod. I don't really know. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Rod of lordly might.
So I don't.
Nuclear
I don't know.
launch detected.
Here, let me pull it up here. I can help you.
Well, I know how to use it, but I don't know that Roll20 is
I
accurately.
caught one word out of that. Sorry.
Oh,
It's Roll20. Yeah,
it's
just
Roll20 that is the issue.
don't rely on Roll20. Rely on the rolls that it asks you for, and just do manual rolls on them from the D&D Beyond.
For what?
We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. All the buttons on her thing, Roll20 doesn't have a sense for changing and modifying the way that it works. You can only add 2 attacks to it, so what she needs to do is create individual attacks for each one of the buttons manually.
Okay, just go to somebody else and I'll look up all the things.
Alright, so your next turn you'll just take 2
Yeah, because
at the same time. So just have those readied. And then
in my Roll20 very well.
as you kind of enter the room, let's see, where is... I need one more character sheet here.
My suggestion would be the spear mode. Because you're pretty good with the spear, aren't you?
Yeah,
I think I'm
you said
proficient
go
with like a javelin.
Okay. Let's see what happens. So, at this point, you see, as you walk into the room, Venfina, Ashara is kind of being she's old but very protective, and you see her kind of start to grow and enlarge, and then the room becomes more kind of stifling as you see on she reaches out her hand and points to the door, as the door itself the I guess the rocks around it, you start to see these vines and other pieces of earthen kind of growth begin to weave themselves, and you hear this creaking as the door is kind of fused shut, as Ashara is casting some spell at this, and she looks to you and says, "I believe I have this."
Oh. Damn.
You'd like to help your
Okay.
friends. The other gargoyle, he's outside. He's going to make more attacks against the door. See if he breaks through her spell. Claw. Some damage. So a chunk of the door comes out, but then you see again this growth just still holding it shut. They seem to be holding their space in there. Other gargoyle still scraping. He is kind of looking through the windows. That's this guy over here that Roland saw. He's going to fly from kind of window to window. He's looking around trying to figure out where the dude went. And he's going to end up somewhere upstairs up here. So he's kind of up above this area. He's looking for his prey that disappeared. And that's that guy. Gargoyle in front of Musharib. He's going to attack Musharib and bite and claw. A 6 and a 14. The 6
14
misses,
hits.
14 hits. That's 8. Not the plus 3 would be for a natural 20, but it is not, so it's just 8 damage. So he kind of claws into Musharib, and Musharib he steps back and braces himself to the maul, and he's like, "Ah! Call for reinforcements!" Benfina, it's your turn.
I'm afraid we're all that we've got.
Alright.
He says, I knew that being this far from the ground was a bad omen.
So, if I'm proficient with different things, Preston,
Yes.
how do I know my proficiency bonus to add to things since I don't have
Your
it
proficiency
calculated?
bonus, if you have D&D Beyond, I know where that is on D&D Beyond, it's easy to find. It's up at the
Okay.
top. It'll say your proficiency bonus next to your AC.
Should be a plus
Like
3.
plus 3.
Well, for each thing, like if I'm proficient with the javelin, does that mean the
It would
spear mode I
allow-
would be proficient with that too?
Spears are
Look at
different
your
than
thing.
javelins.
I'm pretty sure, because you're a paladin, I'm pretty sure you're good with martial weapons.
Yeah, you are proficient with all martial and simple weapons as a paladin.
So you should be able to just roll it with your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
The plus 3.
Because roll 20 doesn't really have your proficiency.
It's more manual stuff that you just have to put in
Sorry,
there.
guys, I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Okay. What are your 2 turns? What do you do?
I'm trying to find out what my bonus is so that
Plus
I can...
3.
Oh, it is plus 3?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm just gonna use the spear.
Okay.
I will attack. Before she did that, I would have attacked one of the gargoyles. Since I
So
moved into
none of the
that
gargoyles
room.
are in the room.
Okay. Correct.
Right.
They're not in the room.
I
They're on the
would've-
other side of the door. So you're saying you would have stabbed through the door as they're trying to
Oh,
break through
the
it?
door's not open?
No, they're barring
Okay.
the door.
Gotcha. Okay, well then I'll move back.
They have 2 Akakras and Ashara that are kind of defending that position.
I'll move back and I will come next to Tiger Lily. And then I'll do a He has a sneak attack.
Okay.
And I'll do the rod.
Okay. Roll the might. Rolled a 9.
I don't know what I just rolled, but I rolled.
So that was 1d20.
That's something that.
Plus your strength, plus your proficiency, which is a 4 plus. Okay, so 9. 9 does not hit. So that's the first one?
I need to roll a plus what for.
Oh, a
for
D4.
roll ones?
Are we sure that
D4.
that is the proper
idea.
amount for the rod? Because what's your strength bonus?
It says 2 on hers. She rolled
2
a 4, plus 2 for
and
strength,
plus 3
and plus
for
3 for
the
proficiency.
and then the rod itself gives a plus 3 bonus to attacks. So it should be 3 higher than that.
So it should be 3 higher than that. So that's gonna be 12. Still
12.
doesn't
Yep,
hit.
and then
so now
plus
roll
3.
your thing. Does hit. Barely.
And then I have a sneak attack as well. Or do I
Because they are, yes, if they're.
That's just as part of your attack. If you hit, you can deal extra
it's
damage.
part of my
with your attack.
damage.
Mhm.
You get
So
there,
I'll
you're stabbing at the gargoyle regularly there. Go ahead and
Okay,
roll damage
so
plus your
that,
sneak attack damage.
And then 6. So that's a 5.
So that's 5 damage, okay? And the Rod of Lordly Might is a magical weapon, correct?
Correct.
Alright.
I'd say so.
So you see at first the gargoyle kind of grins, and then as you kind of press further, this is the spear form. As you press the spear, you see a piece of his armor kind of chip off, and you see his face go from this like grim satisfaction to a little bit concerned.
Okay.
Again, I don't think the damage is correct on that yet, because you just rolled the base damage. Because it said you rolled 0 plus 2, so it just gave you your strength bonus.
And it should have been a 1. Should have been 3.
A spear is a 1d8, isn't it?
Yes, and you can't roll a 0, so it would be a minimum of 1. Roll a d8, and we'll add it to that too.
Yeah, and then you're going to add an extra plus 3 for the actual weapon itself, because you get a plus 3 on damage as well. So 7, yeah, so 5 plus 2 for your strength, plus 3 for the weapon.
That's another 8 damage on top of it. 3, 4, 5, 10, plus 3, 13. 13 total damage.
No, it should be 10. The D4 that I rolled, that was just to get the initial.
No, wait,
So you get a plus
missing
3
what
to
I said.
damage rolls from the weapon as well.
You have a plus 3. The weapon
That
has
wasn't
an
being
automatic plus
calculated.
3.
Gotcha.
And that's not in the damage calculation. Okay, go ahead and roll it one more time.
Well, I actually get 2 turns every.
I know. You rolled your first attack. Roll your second attack.
So
And then you
should
have
I
another
roll
turn that
just
you're gonna do.
a different dice instead of rolling all that?
Just roll.
Well, that's a crit,
Here,
so
I'll just give you. Roll. Yeah, you can.
Doesn't
just roll
matter on a
D20,
crit,
that's fine.
right?
Doesn't matter for the crit. Yep.
But just remember, you're
Roll.
at an extra plus 3. Yeah, I think for the damage, you have to manually roll it.
Let's see if I can fix that while we're
Sorry.
doing it. Right now, do it manually, and I'll see if I can fix
I'm
it.
just gonna put this up there. So.
New weapons, new stuff.
All right. Let's keep
So-
going back and forth.
Okay, that was a 1d8 you said for the damage.
Yeah, for the spear.
The spear.
I believe that's what it is.
And that's a plus 3 automatic. And that is.
Oh, sorry, a spear is
piercing.
1d6. Oh, no, never mind. 1d8 if you hold it in 2 hands, which I'm assuming.
Okay,
Fenfian is.
1d8. Damage 2, I'll leave that there. Okay.
Okay, so I need to
Now-
roll a 1d8.
And then an extra 1d8 because you crit.
Nice.
Okay, so there's my 2d8s, and then
7, 8, 9,
we'll add 3
10,
to it.
11, 12, 13, 14 with the plus 3.
Yeah. So it's 1d8 plus 5 total for your normal weapon
It's
attack.
12.
12
Yeah,
plus
which
the
is-
extra 2 for the extra d8, so 14.
Okay. All right, so there's that. Now, if you roll it again, I put some extra in there. I don't know if it's going to work properly, but just give it a shot. Roll your next attack.
You changed it on my...
Yes, I changed it. Try it. So that shows 1d20.
Well, actually,
no, that doesn't have
was that guy...
plus.
It's still only showing a
three
plus
yet.
5.
It's not showing a +3 yet. Hold on.
Yeah.
The Rod of Lording Might plus another 3. Okay, roll it one more time. There we go.
There we go.
That's a +8. So roll your attack now.
Oh, I don't need to roll the extra d4, I guess.
You don't have to. It's not going to make it a natural 20, but
No, it's not.
ignore the second one because obviously there's nothing there. That first one, is it rolling? Yes, it's rolling 1d8 plus 2 plus 3. And should it have the any other numbers on there? Or did I get
You
them all?
don't add proficiency to damage, I don't believe.
Okay,
Because I'm looking at mine, and mine is
So
a
the
plus 4.
+3, is that
+3 is the flat +3 from
That's
the
the
rod itself.
thing it should have?
Yeah. So 7 piercing damage, and do you do? I can't remember the sneak attack damage. Is that once per turn, or is that every attack?
Once per turn.
Once per turn. Okay.
Did you get the damage from the second roll, though?
Yes, I already put it in there.
And he's still not dead?
Nope.
These things are tough. SOBs.
They're tough. Yes. And you have, I think you have one more attack, right?
I do.
Yep.
One more. Roll one more, and then you guys see Venfina, and she's just like, and just like going all.
I am found him in a back alley,
Spear.
shanking him.
She's just
times.
go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Okay, roll your damage. 6 piercing damage.
So what is the 0 next to it?
And are you doing any bonus actions to enhance said damage?
Oh, yeah, it's a melee weapon. I might as well. I'm gonna do. Is it Divine Smite?
Sure. You only have one bonus action. Well, 2 bonus actions because we're merging 2 turns together.
Actually, yeah, because Divine Smite is a bonus action.
If you're going to Divine Smite,
banana,
just roll your Divine Smite damage, and we'll just add it. Because you've hit him at least twice. 3 times. Yeah, you'd only be able to cast it twice because of the 2 bonus actions. So if you have the spell slots for it,
that's right.
roll. What level are you casting it at?
1.
First level? Okay, so that's just a 1d8. It's not undead or fiend, so it's just your.
2d8.
I'm sorry, 2d8.
Oh yeah, it is 2.
It's your 2d8 for first level. Yeah.
Dang.
So roll d8, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And with the first burst of as you're just kind of its face goes from this very satisfaction ready to kind of rend into its target to the point when the last spear tip, as it enters into the gargoyle's body, you see these fissures and cracks where you've been stabbing over and over and over and over begin to kind of pulsate and go out, and then you see these kind of cracks of light, and he turns to Rebel.
Nice.
Good job.
And there's pieces as it kind of tumbles off.
That was all the rod.
This guy.
Holy smokes.
Turn order. He's dead. Okay. It is now Clanon's turn.
Nobody got hit by the rubble or any of that crap?
No, it just, well, as far as you know, it just fell off the edge.
Okay.
Don't give the DM ideas.
Sorry.
There is a school of orphaned Aarakocra children. They are walking. Make a dex save.
No.
They make their saves. They're good. Plot immunity.
I love you too.
So,
Alright.
feeling encouraged after seeing Venfina just destroy that gargoyle, you know, I search for that power within me and activate Planar Warrior and target at this guy in front. little frustrated that Vinfina got hers down in her first try when I did not.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay.
And
Attack, all
again,
weapon
attack
damage
him with
force
my
damage.
longsword.
Okay. So you add an extra 1d8 to the attack when it hits.
Why is it not
Go to sleep.
working?
You need to gotta get a diaper.
I see
let me
the
close and
description.
open this.
Oh, you're trying to click
I'm,
the longsword?
Yeah, let me close it and open it.
Okay. Got a girl makes me feel seasick. What a skill to have. What a skill to have. It does hit. Roll for damage. Go ahead and roll your second attack as well while we're at it. So 11 slashing damage plus your
Plus Hunter's
1d8.
Mark plus 1d8.
Yep. So 5, 6, 7, 8. That'd be 19 total damage so far. And it's all magic.
Still standing.
He is barely standing. You, as you come into this and you bring out the sword, you feel your visceral connection to this in the plane of the next, and you're stabbing and slashing at these points where you feel that his connection to the other realms is weakest. So 24 hits, and at the very end of it, you get so frustrated. You just keep slashing and slashing and slashing and slashing and slashing and slashing and slashing. You go faster, 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 and then you finally realize that the gargoyle's been dead for the last 2 or 3 hits, and it's crumbling. Every slice, it's getting shorter and shorter. Just as the top half of its body tumbles off.
Can I dual wield longswords?
Yeah, maybe.
If you have a feat, correction. You could wield them, but you would not be able to have a full proficiency. Like, you lose your proficiency bonus if you're using an offhand.
We'll look into that later.
I believe.
Anyways, I look over at Vinfina and just kind of give her a look like, I got this.
Yeah. But I'm happy during battle. Way to go, Clayton.
Okay. So there's one more standing in front. Clandon, do you want to use any movement or other
My bonus
actions?
action was used with the Planar Warrior.
Okay. All right, Musharib. Him saying kind of these other ones, he's just in the zone right now, and he's going to keep swinging his maul in an attempt to smash this thing to bits. But before he does, he's going to use Hunter's Mark. I'm going to mark this guy, because I forgot he could cast spells. And he's going to swing with this Skull Bash. It's a 14. It does not hit. Did Musharib have the extra
a D4,
plus?
He is blessed.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. So
yep.
He's blessed, so he is able to hit.
Oh, and I totally forgot my
damage. Plus,
yeah, you hit fine.
Roll.
I would have reminded you.
1d6 on top of that. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he does 11 damage to this gargoyle. Again, just chipping at it. And this gargoyle kind of spreads its wings out in kind of protest at his 2 fallen comrades. That's it for their turn. Gargoyle's over here. He's going to, again, try and make an attack at the door with a attack with his claw. Gargoyle. Gosh.
The claw.
7. He does not do damage. So he, at this point, he's swinging, but the other gargoyle is swinging, and he ends up smashing his hand into the wall instead and breaking a nail. How terrible. Roland, it's your turn.
How sad. So do I know that there's fighting going on upstairs? So I can hear that.
You can hear scuffling, yes.
Okay. So since we are more or less clear here, except for that one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move up the stairs here. Let me go ahead and count the spaces. 30. So I can move to here. And I start saying, there's more foes upstairs. And I'm gonna stop at the 30 feet of movement though, and I'm going to cast a Sacred Flame at the gargoyle.
Okay, perfect.
So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save, go. It's really good at Dex.
Oh no.
No, it's not.
Apparently
but it did roll a
it
19.
is. Yep. Okay. So that didn't work.
So as you kind of do this, it's engaged with Mishrib. It looks up at you on the upper level, and it snarls.
Don't look at me.
Okay.
And then
Rolling.
that's it. Yep. I'm gonna keep heading up the stairs.
Okay, gargoyle outside. He is going to see a little bit what's going on down there. He's going to swoop down to see what's up and try it. Whoops. Oh, got huge. Click, and he's going to come down and sweep to try and attack at Tiger Lily. And so he's going to hit this thing. Let's see. No one else is on there. Just the other gargoyle needs to make a dex save because it's going to rock this footing. It does not make its dex save. This dude stumbles, so he is.
Nice.
That other gargoyle is impeded by his kind of landing. This gargoyle is going to attack at Tiger Lily, making a multi-attack bite and claw. First attack 19, second one is a 10. First one hits 6 piercing damage against Tiger Lily. Okay. So he bites in, and Tiger Lily again. She's not expecting him to jump at him. Takes that damage. Next, it is now Tiger Lily's turn.
Okay, sorry. So I left.
What?
These weird symbols over the gargoyles. What do they mean?
This guy he's just basically stumbled. He's not really prone, but he's gonna have disadvantage on his attack. And then that little skull is this guy's got a and then the skull is a hunter's mark. Mushrib hunter's marked him.
The ones with the
By the way,
X's on them are
Clandon,
dead.
did you? And then the X's
I
are
do
the
it
dead
on
ones.
my next turn. Yep.
Okay, cool. Just gonna make sure to remind you about your hunter's mark moving it.
Whatever she does, it's not going to be like a big thing. She's not going to pierce anything, so we'll try anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, just try a bite or a claw or something.
Our
Yeah, that is-
internet might have just done something weird.
No,
Unless you're
it's-
Oh,
printing
is
something.
is she blessed?
Yes.
or just the
I have a
humans?
bless icon on her. Whether she was or not, I don't know.
Is it
It
D4?
kind of looks.
Right?
Sorry, Tiger Lily is not blessed.
Okay.
Okay,
I could only
that's-
do 4.
Okay. There you go. I have fixed it.
That's fine. Then that's it for her turn.
Okay. Claws, and it kind of sneers. This gargoyle is going to get on the roof up here and start trying to tear into it. Next. It does not succeed. It's trying to rip up some of the headboards, and you hear some kind of like nervous cheatering upstairs. Specifically, Roland is probably the closest one to hear this. You recognize they sound younger. So that's his turn.
The sounds coming from this room?
Yes. Sound younger than
Okay.
like yeah. Aurora, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try something and it's probably not gonna work, but here we go.
You got this, babe.
I
You got
didn't
it.
mean to.
Natural 20 with the longbow.
Okay,
So you're shooting at this
Steve
one, right?
added the longbow +2 thing that
Mhm.
you got from
Yes.
me last time, and just dragged it over there. That's
Okay.
what I clicked.
Are you wanting to use your sharpshooter on this? Because I know the sharpshooter's not attached to your longbow yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Because then
So that
it's
would
only
be
-3 on it instead of -5.
yes, and an automatic 10 damage on top of whatever you roll for.
Plus,
it's already
well,
adding. It's
it
already
already
adding the
has a
plus. Hold on.
10, so an extra 2 on top of that, so it would be
It's
12.
already adding the +2 in that roll, so it still would be -5 from that.
But it's still a crit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's still a crit, and it critically succeeds. You're good. Roll for your damage, and it should automatically roll the second one for you. Yeah, there you go.
Dang.
So it does the
And
1d8
plus
plus
a
2
D4
plus
on
2 plus 5. Roll your d4. What's the d4 from?
From rolling.
It's a 1, so
Does-
it's a...
Okay.
Bless is only for attack, so it's not for damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh, you're good. So
No,
6
no,
plus
no,
5,
no.
that's 11. So plus the extra 10 from the sharpshooter, that's 21. 21 points. And is it this guy?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. And this guy right here, just so you know, that there's a wall kind of between the two of you right now, which is why you didn't have to roll that at disadvantage. Let's see, 20. All right, so you see this time, what your swords weren't able to take purchase. Draw this new bow, and it's much lighter. It's much easier than you're used to. And as you let loose of your arrow, you feel you feel it connect just heavily with this gargoyle as he kind of almost gets knocked back a little bit, and he looks around. All
Alright, let's do that again.
Okay, roll attack. So this time, overconfidence, as you're pulling the bowstring and you let loose, you're not used to how easy it is to pull this back, and when you pull it back, your arrow comes unknocked and the arrow doesn't fly. So you get that
Highs and
thwang,
lows.
dry fire.
Highs and lows.
Ow!
Serious.
All right, now the gargoyle upstairs, he's going to make a bite and claw attack against this other Aarakocra. Both hit. That Aarakocra is rent in twain. So this guy up here is dead. And the gargoyle at this point, triumphantly, he kind of takes it and throws the body over by the door, and he makes his way. You can hear this very heavy footfall, Roland, as he, and you hear the door kick open as he comes out on this parapet. You're right here. You can see him come out onto this kind of veranda.
I am gonna call down that I think there's children upstairs.
Okay.
Why would you call that for him to hear?
Take the kids, not me.
Take the kid. It's yours. Take him. Let's see. So out. Let me see really quick. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I learned something new. You see, for those of you who are by the walls and the windows, you see that the clouds, the dark sky where we had once these dappled lighting with the nice stars twinkling through, a collection of clouds comes very thick and black and mingles, and you feel the electricity in the air, and you hear an earth-shattering sound as Ashara casts Call Lightning and busts a cap in this guy. Ashara. Ashara. I need your spell. Where are you at? By the way, this is what Ashara looked like. I did not show it to you. But I do now.
She a wizard?
That's the, like,
Birdie.
god
That's
one
the
of
old
the
one.
tribe, right?
Yeah, she's the really old one.
She a wizard?
Druid.
A druid.
Why are all the
It's a
wild
mint.
druids?
I know, right? It needs to make a dex save. Oh, it rolled 27. So it needs to make a dex save of 13. Where are you at? Gargoyle.
Such a low save amount.
I know, right?
14!
14! So he is able to kind of sidestep this. He steps out of the way, but where he was standing, the boards themselves are just blown out. And
Does it do half damage?
This one does half damage, yes. On his save, yes. So it's 27 divided by 2, 10. What's half of 7? 3.5. So 13? Right? Is my math wrong? Half of that is 13, rounded down?
No, 13 is right.
Okay. So he takes 13 damage. As the ground and the crackling energy as it just kind of spider webs around into the ground around it. You see there is a small, like, well, Venfina, you're probably the only one that can see it from where you're standing. There's a small hole in the door where these guys are clawing through, but it's enough for her to make her stand. So that is her turn. It is now Gargoyle 15. He's going to attack the door. Claw. Next, I'm going to try and get these in groups. This guy's going to be flying as well. He's going to come in behind the other guy. And the last one is down there. He's going to attack Mushrib. The guy who's attacking, he sucks at attacking doors. At this point, he's a little bit. It's this guy who's attacking over here. As he's swinging at the door, he's a little more hesitant now, kind of seeing the power that Shara is wielding against them. He's going to bite and claw against Musharib.
Why is Musharib out there?
Musharib!
So bite is 19, hits. The claw does not. They're not getting any of their claws. And Musharib, he's defiantly. They're both, the gargoyle, raw, and he's just right back in his face, raw.
Go dwarves!
Oh yeah.
Benfina, it's your turn.
Okay,
He doesn't have much more in him, but he's got some.
So there's one in front of me still?
There is one around the corner from you. There's a wall right here between you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna step out.
Okay. So you're gonna step out this way.
Yeah.
As you step out, you feel as like all the different shifting and stuff. The wood is kind of.
That's all right. I got my face up in my back pocket.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack the one that was around the corner.
Hey, attack.
Actually, yeah.
Roll your 2 attacks
Because
just
he
for brevity.
hasn't attacked anybody, right?
This guy right here. He attacked Tiger Lily.
Then I'll be able to do a sneak attack and do it with the rod.
Okay. 11 does not, but you
Extra
need to
D4.
add your +4. See if the +4 will get you there. Ooh, just barely. It gets you there. Roll your damage.
My blessings have been doing work tonight.
Saved!
Yeah, there.
Safe.
Whew.
11 piercing damage. Okay, roll for sneak attack because
D6.
I believe so, but I need you to check. I don't know.
I'll roll that.
Okay, so
and then I'll double
11, 12, 13. Okay, so as you come through, you stab at him, and Tiger Lily's giving you that extra support, kind of snarling at him, getting his attention. Roll your second attack.
check. Oh.
We'll just go ahead and roll these in pairs, just for brevity of time, because I know we're getting late here. 26 does hit. Roll for damage. 8 piercing.
So if I had rolled a D4, could it have been a natural 20?
No, a natural 20 is only a natural 20 if you roll it. It would be a dirty 20 if you add to it.
Naturally.
Nah. Okay, so that's it. Any bonus actions? Not its kind
Oh,
of strength.
yeah, I'm gonna do Divine Smite.
Okay, go ahead.
Like
Roll your Divine Smite. 2d8.
Oh, wait, yeah, that one's not. Okay, 2.
So that's a 13. That's enough to finish him off. So again, as you're kind of stabbing and you get him by surprise, you get the pierce his kind of that hard carapace, and you shove the spear further in, and as you feel this crackling and as he explodes into rubble. He's also dead, and he just crumbles and tumbles off. His remains tumble off into the night. Okay, Clandon, it's your turn. You've got one more gargoyle in front of you.
Yield.
There's also one above you, because you're Clandon
I
right
was
here.
scrolled down. I didn't think it was my turn. Okay. Okay, so I still got this guy right next to me in front of Musharib, right? Alrighty.
Still
So
standing.
with my bonus action, I'm gonna move Hunter's Mark over to this.
Okay.
And attack again with my longsword.
I'm gonna put a different one since now he's got 2 hunters marked on him. I'm not really sure how they stack. I don't think they do because it's your personal hunter's mark.
Wait, somebody else put a hunter's mark on it?
Mushroom does.
Oh,
But I want to say
missed that.
hunter's mark is for you. It's not. It doesn't increase damage for other people.
Yeah,
Stack.
makes sense.
Go ahead. Okay. Wrong sword. Yep, both hit. Roll for damage on both. And I assume this is the two-handed, correct?
Is it?
Is the one on the
I
left?
get the choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have anything
typically
else in your
swing
hand, so I'd assume it'd be two.
No.
Okay. It'll be on the one on the left, so it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage. Okay.
Oh, I did that in the wrong one.
What's and another 13 slashing damage. All right. Anything else? Okay. So there's 6, 15 minus 6, and he's very haggard, but he's still standing.
I blow.
You slice, 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 and this gargoyle just continues to bellow in your face. Mushrib
Push
is
him off the
You're a
cliff.
tough one.
Mushrib takes his skull bash, and he winds up, rolls a 19, and it's gonna attack plus his d6, 1d6, and that's able to finish him. So he basically just like grand slam, winds up and whack, and you see the gargoyle's head just go flying off into the night.
Thank goodness for Mushi.
That guy.
Mushy, I like that.
He's gonna use his. He's gonna step back, hearing what Roland said, and look up, and he's gonna see this guy here, and he's going to use his bonus action to move Hunter's Mark here, up to this guy.
Long distance weapons?
No, he's just moving his Hunter's Mark. That is it for Mushrib's turn. It's now Gargoyle. Outside, he's going to attack against the door, and we'll move on to Roland. He natural 20. He kicks the door in.
Holy macaroni.
Even with the vines and everything in the way.
Mm-hmm.
You got a nat
Alrighty.
20. Disgusting.
So he's able to break through the door. He's not able to make any attacks on top of that, but he is now able to enter the room unimpeded.
This got really exciting, so Sarah had to grab some popcorn.
Swing. Tiger Lily, it's her turn.
Shoes.
Oh wait,
You skipped me there.
Roland. I'm sorry. It's Roland's turn.
Yeah, you how dare you? So I'm going to use my movement, my first movement, to run up 30 squares, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, which gets me to the top of the stairs here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my action to dash and come into the room. So what do I see as I enter the room? Oh, he's gone. He disappeared. I
gargoyles
took
better
too
not
long with my
disappear.
turn.
I don't know where he went. But I know he'll be back.
Tell him if it's bothering him to take a spoonful of sugar.
Okay.
To help
Not
the medicine
always.
go down.
Yeah.
Y'all think I'm playing, but sugar neutralizes spice.
I have no idea what he's. I'll be Preston.
Mary Poppins knew what she was talking about.
Yeah, that's what made her such a great nanny.
I mean, she was popping.
Beautiful beard.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Just trying to be Preston. The brunette version.
We were looking at pictures of when Steve and I first got together,
Uh-huh.
and like a year or so ago, and the difference is so striking. Like he looked 16 years old. Like he had the like clean cut, no beard,
Uh-huh.
everything. And I mean, he was skinnier, but
Oh.
his face,
I mean, did you have
We
to
all
call it?
were.
I was skinnier too.
Everybody was skinnier when they were teenagers.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
True.
oh my gosh, just looking at us and how young we were, and just
Yeah,
the beard adds so much
Pretty
age
crazy.
it
and
really does.
sex appeal.
Swing.
Honestly, there's a stage of Preston's beard where I'm allergic
I'd say
to him.
get a room, but you're already in your room. I'd rather not go down that road.
AFK for a moment, guys.
Yeah.
Please
turn the webcams off.
Swing. It's gone.
We don't want to get. All right, Preston. So I ran
Okay,
into
so
the
you
room.
enter the room, and the
What do I see?
gargoyle that's in there. You see two Aarakocra children. They seem to be not necessarily like children, but like fledgling monks in this room that at one point were studying in the side of the room. You see a lot of papers that have been disheveled, and you see a gargoyle that is peeling up the roof above them, up here, about 10 feet in the air, so like right above your head.
Wait, so
and
he's like
he is
flying on the ceiling, literally peeling it off, or he's like
he is
trying
on
to
the
get
roof.
through?
Yeah, he's on the roof and he's ripping up the wooden
He's trying
planks
to
that
get
are above.
down, basically, right?
He's trying to
These
dig
are
his way
ways
in.
to
Yeah.
get into the building.
Yeah.
Doors.
All right, so
in.
I'm gonna tell the children to run into the next room.
Okay. You see him open the door. You see a shrine inside of some kind. Both of them go in there and hide behind this shrine.
And then I'm gonna bring my shield in front of me, and I'm gonna say, "Oi, ugly."
Oi!
At this
that's
point,
it.
he
That's
looks
all
at
I
you
got.
and,
Yep.
and he goes, and he's just he's gonna just continue to eviscerate that door. And luckily for you, he's the next gargoyle that goes after Tiger Lily.
Oh, lucky.
Lucky. Tiger Lily, it's your turn.
Go, Tiger Lily.
I'm gonna move Benfina over just a little bit so we can see her.
Sorry. All right. She 50 feet.
Okay. And she pounces as where you're at, you can kind of see it. The gargoyles in this room are line of sight from where you're at.
Okay, so to here is 40 feet for her. If she goes, hold on, let me get out my ruler. I think that's my ruler. If she goes like this and then stairs up to here.
So you're trying to go upstairs, or are you trying to go just into the room?
Yeah, did I count that wrong?
Each square is 5 feet.
Right. Is this not the fuck.
So right here
Is this the top or the bottom?
So this is the bottom over
here.
here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
there are
So if she
not
wants to go up, then she would go
stairwells.
this. No, it's basically like a wraparound staircase, and then the upstairs is right here.
It looks like there were 2 stairwells. Okay.
That's okay. I agree.
Okay, so then I'm gonna change what I'm doing.
Okay.
You can do it.
There's no way she can jump from the floor where she's at up there.
What's her? Yeah, I think this is probably about 7 feet high. This little parapet, and this up here is even higher. Probably looking like 14
she's
feet.
just gonna run upstairs this turn.
Okay. What's her full
She can't do
movement with
anything.
dash? It's 30 feet, right? Or 40 feet.
It says speed is 50 feet, climbing is 40 feet.
50. So 50 would get her right here, and then if she doubles it, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Yeah, she could get basically with a dash action if she wanted. She could get it to the top of the stairs. Is my math right?
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, 65, 75. Yeah, she'd be able to get up the stairs and probably just inside this door, or she does see the gargoyles on the other side of this veranda or
Sprint.
area.
Yeah, so she'll get upstairs and just she can't do anything else, so she
Okay.
waits.
So she looks around and snarls. This gargoyle is going to finish breaking through using his action to dig through the ceiling. He's going to roll his slash attack. Claws. 19.6, yes, he's able to break through. So you see him rip some of the things large enough for him to fit through, and then he comes and lands on the ground. And then he stands up slowly and imposingly and just looks down on you with just evil mirth.
Nerd.
I
That's in
was
wisdom.
under the wrong impression with this guy. I thought he came in through the window and was trying to claw to the room below him. That's fine. That's
sorry.
better.
No, he was so like if you look over here on this room, he was basically on top of this roof. He was tearing his way through the rooftop. Yeah.
Weirdo.
So now he is in the room with you. At this
You're
point.
a nasty one.
So Aurora, it is your turn.
Mr. Grinch. Yeah.
Okay. It's your turn, Aurora. And then Ashara is after the gargoyle upstairs with Tiger Lily. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I forgot to push the button.
Oh, it's okay.
And now she's thinking.
Okay, can I see from where I am? Can I see either gargoyle?
You can see this one right now.
Or this one?
If you stepped back, you could see this one, but you would not be able to see this one without going upstairs. So you see people there, and if you step back, you can see him up there. So if you stepped out like right here, for instance, you would be right here on that map.
Okay, let's
You'd be
do
looking
that,
up at him.
and then I'll shoot at him
Okay, roll your attack.
in the corner.
Are you doing it with sharpshooter?
Yeah.
Okay. 25. And the sharpshooter is -5 to hit, right?
It's normally -5, but since I did it with my +2.
No, hold on, Sarah. It already adds your +2, so it's still -5 to that.
So it would just be 20 as the attack, and yes, it does hit. Roll for damage. That's a flat 10.
Don't
damage
forget
on
my
the
forget my blessing if you need it.
Blah 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 blah. Blessing.
Okay, the D4 that'll add one. So +5 piercing damage on top of it. Roll your second attack. The first one sinks in and you feel it connect. You know that it's done some damage. 19, and then the -5, that's 14. Roll your D4. Even if it was 1, you'd still get it. So yes, it does hit barely. Roll for damage. So that's 22 piercing damage. The second one, you see it blast through the shoulder.
Sorry, Roland.
Oh, that's
It's
okay.
fine.
And you see that the gargoyle's shoulder, as one of its arms just hits the ground, and it looks in your direction, and that gargoyle is now going to, unless you have any bonus actions you'd like to take, or extra movement,
Unless he's
Aurora.
gonna fly down and rip my head off, then I don't have anything.
Okay. So he is not going to fly down. He's just going to jump down. And he's going to, let's see, Mushrib needs to make a dexterity saving throw. He's basically going to like flying leap, try and pounce.
Wait, I
type
thought he
thing.
had like Hunter's Mark or something on him. Like he can't. Like...
He has Hunter's Mark, but it's not gonna.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, he rolled 2 natural 20s.
Wow,
on
that's
his
insane.
Dex save. So Musharib is a cat. Mushrib like dances on this guy's grave and
He's the cat's
teabags him to death or something. I don't know. He's a cat's meow. So Mushrib rolls out of the way. Gargoyle lands, and the gargoyle. I'm gonna have the gargoyle do a dex save to see if it takes any damage, just because of what's his face doing so well to get out of the way. Give me a 12 or higher. It rolls a 4. It's going to take 1d4 or 1d6. It's falling damage. Whoops. Roll 1d6.
Yeah, you take that damage.
4 damage. Almost killed him. So he lands and just one of his feet kind of goes through the floor, leaves a hole. At this point, he's going to swipe at you and try and do a bite and claw attack. First one's a 21, second one's a 23. That's 8 damage per, so that's 16 total piercing damage to Aurora. Okay, that's the end of his turn.
All right, I'm back.
Ashara, she's going to use it again. Her lightning, she's still holding on to it.
Call that lightning.
Cast this lightning.
She sounds like Shira more than Ashara.
On this gargoyle. Gargoyle needs to make a dex save. 13, it makes it with a 15, so it takes half damage. She's going to... Or is it... The gargoyle or Ashara? Lightning, once again, level 3. That's what it was at. So it's going to be 13 lightning damage, halved. That's a 6. Gonna take 6 lightning damage. And again, be kind of awestruck with this display of power. That gargoyle is going to use a bite and claw attack against
power. Damn it.
This Aarakocra in front of him. Both miss. The Aarakocra is going to retaliate because he is not in the turn order. And he's going to just go at the same time with the javelin. Rolls an 18. It hits 6 plus... It's just going to be 6. It's halved because it's piercing damage, not magical. That's going to be 3 damage. Minus 3. We're going to have his other Aarakocra friend go at the same time. Javelin. 7 misses, doesn't do any damage. Gargoyle upstairs is going to go towards Tiger Lily. This guy up here. He's going to make a bite and claw attack.
No, stop.
A 19 and a 22. 8 and 6. Tiger Lily is unconscious.
Yeah, she is. She's dead.
The first attack, it 8 would make her go unconscious. The second one makes her automatically fail 1. Or is it 2? I think it's 1.
Fail 1.
If she takes damage, so she's failed 1 death save.
Is that door still open?
That's
Between
not
me
The
even
door is still
fair.
open. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that gargoyle. He sees her charging,
This is
basically just kind of
because I said it was funny when Clandon got hit, huh?
Not at all.
I
I'm
mean-
not that sadistic.
Well, I mean, you kind of
Well,
are, Preston. You
yeah,
threw
that's
9
okay.
gargoyles at us, so.
That's true.
Right? Where the crap did that come from?
You
From
wanna
the
be a
sky.
During-
Hello.
From the
Dinner.
book, duh.
During dinner. All right, Vinfane, it's your turn.
Rude.
Then Clandon. If you want to queue up your attacks, I know we're running a lot later than we usually do, so we can wrap them.
Sorry, did you say it's my turn?
Vinfane and Clandon, if you both want to
Okay.
queue up your attacks.
I don't even know. And I'm probably gonna do this.
You're right here. Gargoyle's behind you. Rod of Lordly Might. What are you attacking? Are you attacking this guy, or are you going back into this room to... Which one?
Oh, the one that got through. Duh. Do it.
Okay, so you're going back in there.
Oh, really in his face.
Get up off of that thing.
But
Both
now-
attacks hit. Roll for damage on both. Make sure they have... You do have a ally next to you. So you also can roll your sneak attack. So that's 11, 18 plus your sneak attack. Roll your sneak attacks.
One sneak.
Let's see. It's
Okay.
22. Minus 22 damage. Okay.
Oh wait, I will throw. Nine.
You have any more? How many more do you have left?
4.
Cool.
No, I have 2 more.
So it hit. I mean, it hits. You already hit for damage. Go and roll 2d8. And then Clandon, what are you doing?
Can't use it.
Okay, so that's another 11 damage. Minus 11. All right, so that gargoyle again. You're doing a lot more damage than you're used to. So that's the 4 for the longsword. The second one.
Yep.
Yep, the first one hits. I'll let you save your second one in the event that there is a extra damage. Go ahead and roll your damage. If it's above a 3, yep,
And I
it's above a
moved
3.
my
So...
hunter's mark, by the way.
Okay. So the first one, he dies with the first attack. You move. Where are you moving your hunter's mark? You've got these guys over here, or if you move out further, like where he's sitting, there's a gargoyle above you.
I won't even. How far can I get up the stairs?
How many move speed do you have?
Can
5,
I
10,
get
15,
into
20,
where that
25.
one Venfina's fighting?
5, 10,
Is
15,
there
20, 20.
space
Yeah, you
for
can.
me?
You could squeeze in there, yeah. I mean, it's going to be tight quarters,
Shove
or
me
you
out
can
of
shoot a
the
bow
way.
from long. It's up to you.
Oh,
you
can
can squeeze in there.
Oh, if I could shoot, I'd shoot.
Okay.
Will it be like half cover or something? Will it be with disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in there, so it would be like half cover,
Alright.
just because you've got so many bodies in the way.
I'm really good at shooting though. So.
You could, I think at this point you guys have probably been traveling along enough with each other that if Aurora wants to try and make a dex save, you could negate. Sorry, Venfina. Venfina could make a dex save to negate the, or take a chance of.
So I'll move the hunter's mark to this guy.
This guy, okay. And that's
Well,
like I don't know that's official rules, but that's just something.
I mean, I already did the strike with the long sword.
That's
so
up to you,
would I
really.
reroll my long?
The last
I'll just
one will. It's your long sword. Yeah, I mean, I would still say it would hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll your free damage.
Okay.
And yeah, there we go. 6, 9. Okay, 9 damage.
Landon just had to ask for 3,000 experience tonight, so that sounds like, hey, 9 gargoyles. That sounds good.
I like how the bodies are piling up.
Yikes.
Oh.
That's such a good song.
It is.
I like the parrot that sings it.
Okay, so Venfina, you attack, and then Clandon shoots over your shoulder. He hits. We were able to dispatch the one in the room. Musharib, kind of being grateful, he's going to go and attempt to like pony saddle, swing himself onto the railing instead of go around. We'll see if he makes it. He makes it with a 16. It was a 15, so he swings his leg over and kind of clambers up. And then he's going to use the remainder of his movement to get here using a dash action. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to get to about here. And just... He's trying to get up the stairs to help. Gargoyle, number 9, is the one in front of Venfina. Venfina, it's going to attack you, bite claw. 19 and 17, either hit.
Oh. The 19 hits.
19 is 8 piercing damage.
Unless the
They're only
rod,
hitting their bites tonight. That's it.
Unless the rod
Yeah, it's
did
weird.
something to my AC, which I don't think it did.
I don't think it does.
I don't either.
Roland, it is your turn.
Sorry, how much
All
is it?
right, so this gargoyle's in front of me.
Yep.
I am gonna go ahead and use. Let's see, what was it again? I'm gonna go ahead and use Sacred Flame because it doesn't require me to make an attack roll.
Okay.
Despite it being. Yeah. So he has to make a dex save or
Dex
take some
save.
damage.
Okay, Dex. He rolls a 10. I don't think it
Okay,
makes
so he's
it.
gonna take. He's gonna take 9 radiant damage,
Okay.
and then that was an action, but it was a cantrip. So I'm going to use a bonus action to basically end the concentration on my other spell
Okay.
and cast Shield of Faith on myself so that I have a +2 to AC.
Perfect. Go ahead and mark that.
Okay.
Get rid of the one on the other guys. That. Boop. And Shield of Faith. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Tiger Lily, make a death saving throw, please.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about Tiger Lily. No, that was bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, go on.
That's how I do it, right?
You actually just roll a d20.
Just roll a
naturally.
d20, yeah. A flat d20.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If it's 10 or above, it succeeds. Ooh.
Yep.
So
She's
that's a
about to
second
die
death save. So she's two down, none on the positives. Yet. The gargoyle in the room with Roland is going to attack using a bite and a claw attack against Roland. That is a 6 and a 16.
The bite misses, the claw hits.
Okay, 7
Go ahead and
damage.
take 7.
Okay. Aurora, it is your turn. You feel that your connection with Tiger Lily, you feel it become very strained.
If I try to do like laying on of hands or anything, is it gonna help at all, or she
You
just
don't.
has to?
You won't have them, but you could use your action to feed her a potion if you have one. You could attempt to do a medicine check to stabilize her. You do have. You are on the Ladron Elf, so you do have your face step. If you want to.
I could try
Bamf
and do what to her? You broke up.
Sorry, you have your face step. If you want to get to her immediately, you could face step to her. And then if you want, you can either do a medicine check, which is basically you roll your medicine, or is it nature? Wisdom? I think there's a medicine check. You do a medicine check. If you have a healer's kit, I believe you do so with advantage. And if you succeed, it stabilizes Tiger Lily, which basically just makes it so she... What? If you have Cure Wounds or any of those spells, that will immediately bring her up to 1 hit point, and then she'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I was gonna do, but I forgot.
So if you have a curing spell...
Wounds.
Okay, is it a touch spell?
Yeah, I think so.
So either... The only way that you're going to get there in time is if you face step to her and then Cure Wounds.
Yeah, it's a touch spell.
Okay.
And
So if you want, you can face step up there.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, Bamf. As you see for a moment, Venfina, as you guys are used to seeing Venfina just wink out of existence, Clandon, you see this as she disappears. Gargoyle going in for his final blow against this panther. Aurora, you just bamf in front of him, and you put your hand out in his face. He pulls back and thrashes. You reach out and go ahead and roll for how much it heals.
I do a what?
1d plus your
You roll your 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Sorry, I interrupted there.
Oh, you're okay. And then you basically have your hand out and you touch Tiger Lily, speaking this word of comfort. And Tiger Lily, you feel as that fading connection coalesces back into
second level
cognizance. Do you have any second level spell slots? If you have any second level spell slots, you can cast it with an extra d8. If you want to use a second level spell slot.
I don't even know how the spells work.
Okay. Do you have D&D Beyond open?
Yes.
That'll be the easiest way. On the right side, do you see where it says spells? I think there's actions, spells.
Yeah.
Click on spells. Click on the right side, it'll say like spell slots up at the very top. When you click it, there's like little checkboxes you can have.
There's first level and second level. And I have Cure Wounds in first and second level.
Okay, so if you want to cast that as a second level spell, you would just use that second level spell slot. So you just check the box next to it for the second level, and that will, you can roll another d8 to give her more health. Plus your spellcasting modifier, which is going to be, does it show on D&D Beyond? Should show up appropriately. Do you see what it says for the extra addition?
+2.
Okay, so add plus, so that 2, so that's 4. Go ahead and roll it again. The 1d8, and we'll add another 2 to it.
Another D8.
Yeah.
So it's a d8 plus 2. That's an 8 plus 8 plus 2.
Whoa.
Cool. So she's back. She's much better, and at this point, you feel as this lifeless body, she springs back forward and just she roars and snarls back at this gargoyle, like ready to rock and roll.
Don't touch me.
She is not
Freaking turd.
ready to die. Ashara, she's gonna call lightning again. Boom. Where you at? Ashara, right here. Ashara, call lightning. 20. It needs to make a dex save. Dex. Natural 20. So it's able to. I don't think that means anything for its save, but it still takes 10 damage.
It just means that it makes it save automatically.
Yeah, so it makes the save. So now it takes another 10 damage, and I think I'm gonna double check something real quick because I think Call Lightning hits anything within Call Lightning, Storm Cloud shape, blah blah. When you choose Lightning Bolt, each creature within 5 feet, which would include the other Aarakocra or Gargoyle. That other gargoyle will also make a dex save. I'm going to assume that she's able to do some evocation. He misses, so he takes the full 20 damage. You see as this lightning strike comes and curves through the doorway and hits as the gargoyle splinters into nothingness. This guy's dead. Boop. And the Aarakocra is going to make a dex save with advantage because he is... Yeah. Nice guy. He's a nice guy. He makes it. He is going to take 10 damage. There's 10. And he's basically just going to kind of be knocked back a little bit into the table. That is the end of their turn. It is now Gargoyle's turn. Steps in. He's going to attack Benfina. Bite Claw.
Ah, gross.
18 and 20. It's 3 piercing plus 4, so 7 piercing damage, or 7 total damage.
Yeah, so if my AC is 18, then is that a hit?
Yes, it's a hit. Gargoyle upstairs. He's going to attack against Aurora. Going to bite and claw. 6 and an 8. He apparently is very afraid of your
Nope.
protective
He's good
motherly.
against panthers, bad against panther mothers.
Yeah, you went full on Panther Mom, and now he's scared. He's scared stoneless. Benfina, it's your turn. Clandon, you're on deck. Clandon, go ahead and queue up what you're gonna do.
I shall attack.
Benfina, roll both attacks.
Boom, boom.
Both hit. Roll for damage.
I just
6
don't
piercing.
feel like it's all that. It's not hard play.
But it hits like every time. 7. Okay. Roll for your sneak attack. 1. Okay. And any bonus actions.
Yes, I will use my last divine smite.
Up to you.
Yeah.
Clandon both hit.
Do I need to?
I'm assuming you're moving.
Wait, is Clandon in the room with us?
No, he's in the hallway.
Well, I was gonna attack the one Benfina was attacking. Just finish it
If
off.
depending on what she's gonna roll.
It's okay.
Okay,
Go ahead.
she's still
No,
going.
roll. You know, I need you to roll. I need you to roll your. Are you
Oh.
doing your sacred whatever smite?
Divine smite? No, it's fine. Go
Okay,
ahead,
she's
Clandon.
not doing it. So you're shooting the guy inside. The first attack, go ahead and roll, and if it kills it, then the second attack can be for another. 11. First attack kills it.
Then
This
I-
guy's dead.
Then
So that
I
guy's
have
dead.
moved Hunter's Mark to him, so next turn I can move it.
You can move it this turn if you want to this.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Can I make it up to him?
You're gonna be basically downstairs shooting up at him. Since you don't have sharpshooter,
yeah,
he's
I
gonna have
got
half cover.
advantage on him, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's basically just behind the railing is all, so you just have half cover. So you're just gonna shoot disadvantage. But I'll just take the shot. It's fine. 8, 11 damage. That's 11. Okay.
Nice.
Plus 1. This 1. Okay, cool. So he is hurting. It is now Moosh Ribs. He's going to finish his long stare. He's gonna
Barrel up the stairs.
He's gonna think that he's really cool, and he's going to get up onto the rail, and he's going to do a flying stupid leap.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be doing the whole like jump across the chasm, and somehow he does it. He comes crashing down over here into this guy.
NPC
and
is a badass.
Apparently, I was hoping he'd probably fall or something, but it didn't work. So he's gonna turn around. He's gonna swing 17. It's gonna attack damage. Boop.
Dwarves, man.
8. -8. And he turns around. He says, "Ah!" He's got some kind of deep-seated hatred for gargoyles, apparently. That gargoyle's dead. Roland, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I mean, I might as well just do the same thing I did last time. Have him make another dex save.
Okay. Dex save. 5. It fails.
Okay.
Roll your damage. That's a spell 2d8.
11
11.
radiant.
Perfect. All right, so he kind of shields his eye as he's getting blasted by this. Any movement or anything
And
you'd like to do?
Actually,
Or
I would like
bonus?
to. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast a healing word.
Okay.
Just at the first level on Tiger Lily.
Okay, go ahead. Roll the
So,
healing.
That is.
And then Tiger Lily on deck, what she's going to do. So while he's rolling the healing, is Tiger Lily going to bite?
6 hit points for Tiger Lily.
6. Perfect. Full
Oh,
health.
did you add that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
She's actually gonna pounce onto this gargoyle here.
Okay, so she runs over. She make her. Is it the bite attack first and then the scratch, or is it the scratch and then the bite?
It's the pounce, and then if she makes the pounce, or
Like the bite attack, if it hits, then she can. Okay, whichever one it says to roll first. Just go ahead and roll the attack, and then it needs to make this dex save
DC
or the strength save.
throw.
9. It fails. It's prone.
So then she can do a bite.
Okay, so we'll roll your attack, your scratch, and your bite, and then roll 14 and 16 both hit. 5, 8, and 5. 8 minus 5, and it is prone. Perfect. Gargoyle. This guy is going to use half his movement to stand up. And he's going to kind of snarl and look at you guys. He is going to take an attack of opportunity from Tiger Lily. He's going to spread his wings, and he's going to fly up through the ceiling outside. So go ahead and
So
have Tiger Lily
kinda-
do a claw or bite, whichever.
A claw? Oh,
Whichever you want. Okay, 4. 11 doesn't hit. So she, as he kind of gets up, flying out the window. Aurora, you have the gargoyle in front of you.
Oh, we're so close.
There's only 2 left.
We can do it.
16 hits. As a sharpshooter, I'm assuming.
no,
No?
not shoved.
So this is a normal attack. 16. Roll for damage. Actually, roll at disadvantage because you're right next to this gargoyle. If you're doing ranged attacks and you're within melee range, it's a disadvantage.
Oh, then I just roll it again.
Yeah, just roll it again. Take 16. You're good. 6 damage. It was meant to be. So you kind of quick draw. You've got your hand up in his face. You pull back and stick another arrow in his eye.
In his eye.
Roll for your second attack, also at disadvantage. 15 hits if you get the second one. If it's any. 11 does not, unfortunately. So as you try and requiver another one, he smacks your bow to the side, and you're kind of left without.
Oh, but
another...
she gets the D4.
Oh,
Nope,
add your D4.
that's gone.
Oh, it's
That's
gone.
gone. Yep, I had to change up just so that I could try and avoid some damage.
Okay.
Venfina, you hear behind you what you would assume to have been a much kind of slower moving creature, with the grace and strength of a basically it looks like a feathered raptor goes running out the back door. And Ashara is going to look up in the air and see this gargoyle floating above her, and she's going to call lightning on him. And you hear her mutter something in Aarakocra. You get the sense it's something like, don't mess.
Bad boy.
Why you coming on my turf, yo?
Yo.
And it's going to make Dex save. Dex 4. It fails miserably. 23. So Roland and Tiger Lily, you see as this gargoyle comes out of the window, or out of the not the window, out the ceiling. You see the kind of darkened sky. You see a kind of a flash behind it, and then you feel a rain of just pebbles and just sundered rocks as this blinding flash of lightning destroys this thing midair.
That was badass.
Nice.
We got 2 badasses.
Next gargoyle inside. He's the last one. He's going to make an attack against... Right now he's facing Aurora, but he's also smacked by Mushrib. He's going to make one attack against Aurora, one attack against Mushrib, bite against Aurora, Mushrib the other one. 7 misses Aurora, and he's going to claw Mushrib for 5 scratching damage, or slashing damage. Scratching damage. Benfina, it's your turn.
Okay.
You just saw Ashara run outside, and her eyes glow.
Does he have left?
26.
Mushrib.
Oh, 11.
Okay.
I'm going to step out the door and say,
Mushrib's starting to breathe heavily.
wait, what's the matter with him?
He's just getting tired.
He only has 11 health
He's-
left.
He's wounded.
So I'm gonna
Wounded.
stand. If I stand right here, then I could shoot up.
Yes, if you want to do...
I would shoot up and I would hit
Yes.
that guy.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
It's half cover, so you're going to be
throw
disadvantaged,
my
just
spear.
because... You can throw it, yeah.
Throw it.
You just got to get a little higher, unless you want to use, like, your face step or something, just because of the... So roll at a disadvantage, unless you get to a better advantage. He's got that railing that you're trying to throw through.
So can I go up these little steps?
Where? Click on it.
Like this area?
Click. I can't see. You would have to go all the way over here and walk around, or if you face step, wherever you can see, you can go. So if you step back here, you can technically see right by Aurora. That's how she got up there.
Right. It's so crowded up there, though. I'm just gonna throw it from where I am.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack disadvantage, and if it hits, then roll your damage. And this is with the rod?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first
In the
attack,
sphere form.
it misses. So you throw it, and it sticks.
Oh, I can't do anything.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can't, because
so
it's with
now-
him.
Now where does it land?
It would be just up here by Mushrib and Aurora.
Okay. I'll face step up to it,
Okay.
grab the rod, and attack him.
All right. Is this melee or?
Yeah.
Okay. And that one has reach, doesn't it? When it's in that form.
It's a huge rod. It doesn't matter. Like it's all the time.
It doesn't say it has reach, but
Okay.
that's up to you in this case.
We'll just for an interest of
So
time.
that one is a 20.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll an attack. 13.
13.
That hits. Any other bonus actions or
Does
anything?
he crumble and die?
He's still hanging on.
Then I will do my divine smite.
Okay. Clandon, in the event that this doesn't work, go ahead and roll up your... It's still standing. Go ahead and roll your attacks. 9 misses, 20 hits. Roll for damage.
Ooh, wait.
That finishes it. So at that point, you see Mushrib and everyone, Venfina, in this last kind of desperate attempt, stabbing. This gargoyle finally crumbles as his final arrow comes and catches it right under the chin. You see it kind of sink deeper than you'd normally, and then the eyes that were once kind of doing this kind of this ominous glow just fade to non-existence and falls to the ground. And you've
Nice.
killed everyone. Oh.
Yay!
With only
So-
one Aarakocra casualty.
Yeah, that's a good job,
Thank
guys.
goodness.
So in the closing, Roland,
give him
you
a
hear
second.
kind of the simpering of you hear the simpering of the Aarakocrans in the shrine. You hear the otherwise labored but living and happy breathing of most everyone in the building, and you're able to collect yourselves and kind of take a head count. They do find the dead body of the other Aarakocra.
I mean, did he die, or could we like?
He's dead.
Yeah.
They don't really make save throws for that one unless or at least with NPCs. So Ashara dispels her magic. The night sky once again becomes clear and starry. And as you all huddle around and kind of talk amongst yourselves with Ashara and this Aarakocra who had initially come in such a quick manner, you begin to hear a little bit more about the city of Omu and its denizens. And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
I'm sure that sounded like a great cliffhanger. I didn't hear it though.
Yeah. Quiet.
Okay,
Cut
let me
out
try again.
like most of the
What part
way.
did you not get?
I didn't
Not
hear
most
any
of
of
it.
that last part.
Dang it. Okay. Aarakocra, Ashara dispels the clear blue sky, makes it all nice and pretty. Aarakocra, who had flown in so hurriedly, you all kind of huddle around as Ashara tends to his wounds and translates his descriptions, and you hear more about the city of Omu.
Okay,
and
so we
some
hear
of its
more about the
denizens.
city of Omu. Okay.
And
You cut
and
out
its
again there,
Heard
but
denizens.
that.
I
He
got the
cut out
context.
again for me.
Yeah.
Dang it.
He cut out
Yes.
again, but I got from the context that we are going to hear more about the city of Omu, which is where we're going.
People, info.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why we end it. I will for your experience points.
Yep.
We're going with 9, 50.
I did pretty well without my armor.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice when I've got everybody else taking the hits for me, including
That's
you. Ty. You're doing a good job.
1,125 experience points per person.
Holy crap.
Wow.
1,000.
That's for 9 gargoyles.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Oh, and part of that excerpt that didn't come through is that a single lone gargoyle flaps off into the night.
Ugh.
Because there's actually 10 of them. That's okay.
I saw one
Do
off to the
any of
side
us
in the right, and I was
perceive
just
this?
wondering if he took them off or something.
Preston,
He... what?
do any of us perceive this?
No. Because you're inside the house. You can't look through the wall.
You don't know that.
Not
Do
allowed.
we Do we get 2,100 role playing experience too?
Yes, actually, I will give 1,000 experience points for roleplay. And another 1,100 for I'm sorry we went an hour over our normal time
For
period.
something that we
What he
can't
said.
hear.
For what? Unmute yourself. What did he say?
1,000 for RP. 1,100 for going late.
Okay,
Yay! We
so
got 3,000.
Level up.
3,000. How much in total?
In total, that is 3,225. Does that get everybody get to the next level?
Time to get some max HP. Yeah, that gets me to the next
What do
level.
we need to be at?
Okay.
24?
You should all be at
23,000.
Oh, okay.
Dude, even did you plan that?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, too perfect.
No, but yeah, but thank you guys for going late. Thank you
should be at
for
how much?
bearing with me. You should just have
I'm at
leveled up.
24.
No, total.
3,000.
Just right. 3,125 is what you said?
225.
She was asking like what her total
Just
XP
right.
Yeah,
would
my
be.
total wasn't
Right in the top.
last time.
Yeah,
So
she
do you
didn't
want
get
me
it from
to
last time.
Oh, okay.
skip last time and just do my for real, or just pretend like I got it last time?
Just make it whatever everyone
Yeah.
else's is. It
23,000.
just is, it's an oversight. It just didn't get in there. So everybody should have leveled up. Thank you for staying late. Thank you for bearing with me while I tried to kill myself by breathing. And we are not going. Becca and I are going to be out of town next week. The 5th is not going to be a very good day. Well, actually, we're playing on the 3rd, right? I don't know. This
Yeah,
is
we're
iffy.
playing.
Honey, we're gone. So.
What? Thought we were coming home on this 1st and 2nd. You're ruining our long game on the 3rd.
You think
Oh
I'm gonna?
no.
You think we're gonna be in Arizona for 2 days?
What do you mean 2 days?
We leave on the.
This sounds like a
27th.
conversation that a couple should have off the air. So
Yeah, we'll figure out. I thought we were leaving on the
So we're
27th and
out
we were
of
coming home.
town.
Oh, you're
We'll be
right.
out of town on the 5th.
Yeah. No, he's great.
Apparently,
So the
I'm
5th
dumb and
won't
I
work
can't
for
read a
us.
calendar.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I have
going.
it on the calendar, guys.
We are
so.
not going to be in town.
12?
We
The
can do the
12th.
12th.
The 12th
12th
will
will
work
work.
for us.
Fuck.
Oh wait, no, it won't. Nope. Because sorry to throw a wrench in this, but starting this quarter, on the 8th is when my new quarter starts. I will
Okay.
start having school Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I don't get out of class until 11:30 at night.
Okay.
So either you guys are going to have to continue on playing without me, or we'll have to move our game nights to either Saturday or Sunday.
I leave that up to the group.
Okay.
I'm
So
okay
you guys
with.
feel free to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, whatever. That's
I'm
totally fine.
I'm fine with how whichever one. My obvious preference is to have everybody, but I'm open to the group.
Saturday and Sunday are not good days for me. I've got other commitments, but let's talk about it via chat.
Okay.
It's pretty late though.
Okay. We'll go on Hangouts. So look on Hangouts. We'll figure out the next date. For everybody who's watching, yeah, stay tuned. So, I know that I've mentioned it on the other stream yesterday, but for everyone else, we have gotten $535 donated to Extra Life for charity for this year. Our overall goal for the year is 1,000, and
Nice.
we're way ahead of schedule. So, yep. So keep it up. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Remember to do your level up, and if you have any questions, just let me know.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Yeah.